Hello there. In case you're wondering, do I practice? Yes, I do. This is what I'm working on at the moment. I won't play it all because YouTube will bust me, but it's a tune by John Hartford, or John Hartford playing the Old Virginia Reel. And he plays it incredibly quickly, but he has a unique style, a lovely sort of old-time kind of style, which is why I've always enjoyed listening to John, and his wonderful vocals as well, of course. I mean, he's a marvellous singer. And he's one person I would have liked to have met, I think, because I think he would have been such an interesting personality. But anyway, just to let you know how I'm progressing, I'm nowhere near up to the speed that John is, but I have worked out the notation. I think it's pretty close to what he plays. It's something like this. Yeah, quite a few mistakes there I made because I have not got the tune in my head yet. This is what I find, that I need to play a tune over and over and over until I no longer have to refer to the musical notation, because that's holding me back all the time. And I think that's true actually, because if you are reliant upon musical notation, it kind of, you're constantly looking at the screen or looking at a sheet of paper or whatever, referring to that rather than referring to what's inside you in the way that you play the tune. Now I'm just going to turn another light on here. There we are. Whether that's made, yes, that's made some difference, I think. Anyway, so I just thought this was a nice little opportunity to give you an update about how I'm getting on with this tune, the Old Virginia Reel, the version that John Hartford plays. And if you haven't heard it, I've made a link in the community section for this video, and obviously I'll leave a link in this description for this video as well, because I think it's nice to have a listen to his version first of all, because it's quite unique and really driving and powerful. I think it's a lovely sound. That's why I've chosen this particular tune to try and emulate. As I say, I may not get anywhere close, but I'm going to have a jolly good try. At the moment, I'm a long way off. I'm probably about a week and a half away from knowing this tune really well without having to refer to the musical notation. And I think that's an important point, because it could be that sometimes with your fiddle playing, you get a bit fed up and you think, oh, am I ever going to be able to play this instrument? Well, everything takes time. It takes me a long time to learn new tunes. The tunes that I tend to compose myself, funnily enough, they are from the heart. There's no musical notation. Those tunes come straight out of my mind and from the heart. That's what the way I play them, the way I do. For instance, the last tune I composed, Up on the Roof, I think I called it, something like that. Anyway, it's the very video before this one. And that particular tune, you see, that was something that just came into my mind, and I played it a couple of times, and I thought, yeah, this is a working tune, and recorded it straight away. Then I did a little sort of short video first, which is like a notebook, basically, for me. It's a way of me remembering ideas. And now I've discovered that some of you people on YouTube don't mind me putting those videos on YouTube. So thank you very much for tolerating them. They are very short videos, but they are kind of like musical ideas that I have. And I think, well, why not share them? Because, you know, at the end of the day, music is for sharing and enjoying. So that's why I put those little short videos up. And also they help me to remember, because otherwise I've got to sit down and notate everything, which takes, well, 20 minutes or so to work out the notation for a tune. It doesn't take too long. But that's another thing. I create melodies and then I record them quickly, and then I sit down and produce the notation afterwards. It isn't the notation that comes first, it's the tune that comes first, out of here or out of here, into the violin, into the fiddle, and then later on I work out the notation, which is quite a nice way of working. I like it anyway. Works for me. So this was just a little update really on how I'm getting on with the Old Virginia Reel. Lots of interesting things happening at the moment. Gigs are starting to happen, of course, which is rather nice. You know, gradually things are slowly becoming a bit more normalised, which is nice, because at the end of the day I think we've had enough of this lockdown and we're gradually starting to come to terms with things. And as musical people, if you are a musician, you'll understand it's important to be out playing your music. It's lovely to share music with yourselves on YouTube. That's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing, YouTube, in that respect, but it's not quite the same as perhaps playing a few tunes and getting some audience reaction. For instance, when would it be? Last weekend, I was out playing with my friend, the guitar player, and there was a wonderful little video appeared on Facebook, and we were playing a couple of tunes, and completely unbeknownst to me and my friend, there was a little girl, and she was jiving away to the music. She could have only been 2 years old, with her mum, and the expression on her face and the joy she was enjoying, it was wonderful. And we only saw that afterwards, after the event, because of course when you're playing you've got your head down, you're not necessarily checking out what's going on around you. But it was so lovely to see a video like that, somebody really enjoying the music, and somebody so young, a new fan perhaps, who knows. Anyway, it was wonderful. So I think that's why it's rather nice to have the live as well as the online music. So it's nice to be out playing. So hopefully things will become slightly more busier on that side. They're slowly starting to happen now. But of course the YouTube is still very important. and of course the musical notation, which I will keep producing, and hopefully you will keep enjoying. But thank you so much for watching. I'll carry on with my practice now. Just thought I'd have a little chat with you. Hope you don't mind. I need to have a tidy up of this room. It's getting a bit congested at the moment. Too many instruments in here. But there you go. That's a lifetime of music and collecting for you. But there we are, John Hartford's version of Old Virginia Reel. Whoa! Yeah, I do need to work on it a lot. Catch you soon. Bye-bye. Enjoy your weekend. See you soon.